Time to go around the NFL right here on ESPN 1000 and streaming on the ESPN Chicago app. Coverage of the week surrounding the NFL schedule release is brought to you by Hard Rock Casino, Northern Indiana. Around the NFL with Shay Norling. Shay?
Hoodie, the power rankings are back.
What?
They're back. I have power rankings for you.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me get a yellow pad.
This guy, man.
Fresh page. Hang on, Shay. All right, pen ready. Power rankings. All right, what's the rankings today?
Well, with the NBA playoffs going on, everybody's talking about this classic conversation of which player would you start your franchise with? And it's fun in the NBA, which is a 5-player league, basically. Maybe you have a 7-man rotation. Guys like Anthony Edwards, Jason Tatum, Jokic, Giannis, all these players getting called the guy I'd start the franchise with. And I thought about how would you do that for the NFL? Well, the top 8 would be quarterbacks. So I have for you the non-quarterbacks I would start my team with, power rankings, the top 5.
All right.
I'll get out of the way the honorable mentions for me. Myles Garrett missed this list because of age. He's pushing 30. Derwin James missed because, frankly, he's a safety. Sauce Gardner missed because, frankly, he's a corner. And Trent Williams missed because age. He's getting up there a little bit.
Yeah.
So the top 5 non-quarterbacks I would want to start my team with. At number 5, Justin Jefferson, wide receiver, Minnesota Vikings. He is the best player at his position in the NFL. Problem is, I don't view the wide receiver position as especially premium. That said, Justin Jefferson's a one-man army on the offensive side of the ball. If you have him running routes, he gets open so quickly. He's kind of always open. That can go a long way towards helping a young quarterback. I would start a franchise with Justin Jefferson. He's the only wide receiver that even sniffs this list.
Top shelf wide receiver. Talk about superstar power, Cap. Justin Jefferson is at the very top. He happens to play for Minnesota. He might want out of Minnesota at some point to give himself an opportunity to win a championship because that's not happening in the up there in Minnesota. But he is the best at the position. There's no question.
Yeah, I'll be surprised if they don't get a deal done because it's such a injury-laden sport that they'll get something done with him at $32 million a year or whatever the number is, something in that vicinity. So I'll be surprised, and it will be disappointing if he asks out if they're willing to pay him. I got to go somewhere I can win. How about building up something together like Michael Jordan did here? Something like that would be way more impressive to me.
It's a nice thought in 1996. 2024, man, all these guys are a brand. They all want to win. Told you, these young people want legacy. That's what Caleb's about, legacy. Oh, he's paid. Yeah. He can get on a PJ if he wants to, yeah, but they care about rings. They look down at like the Reggie Millers and the Charles Barkley, where you and I exalt them and we celebrate their career even though they didn't win a championship. They don't want to be without a championship. They think that they are less than. And that's weird. They care about legacy. Justin Jefferson cares about legacy.
Yeah, it drives Charles nuts whenever Shaq on Inside the NBA goes, hey, how many rings you win?
Yeah, that's so unfair, but it's just the way it is.
It is what it is.
So number 5, Justin Jefferson. Number 4.
Number 4 is Dexter Lawrence, defensive tackle for the New York Giants. He was the best defensive player in football, non-Myles Garrett division last year. You get this guy up front in your defense, it takes immense pressure off the rest of the line. And Ryan Poles has told us the shortest path to a quarterback is through the middle. There is not a defensive tackle in football better at pass rushing than Dexter Lawrence. He's number 4 for me.
Dexter Lawrence. How about that?
He
Number 4.
manhandled the Bears, if you remember this, 2 years ago.
Giants.
The Giants.
Okay.
He manhandled the Bears where, oh, my God. Like, you think about drafting high an interior defensive lineman, and then you watch a guy like that play. That's why Yerk was so good. Flexibility and willingness to play through injury. Like, you get one of those, you hang on to him.
Number 3, Shay.
Number 3 is Nick Bosa, edge rusher, San Francisco 49ers.
Amazing.
He's been that guy for so long, I almost don't have to say anything. I'll say the only reason he's not higher on this list, 26, 27 years old soon. Open field tackling is terrible, and when you can get around him, he removes himself from the play. But good luck getting around him. Like, he's insane off the edge.
Nick Bosa is great at his job. Great, Cap, with a capital G.
Amazing.
Not just, he's okay or he's emerging. He's already there. Nick Bosa?
Yeah, I was hoping the Chargers
The Padres.
would have let his brother Joey go, who's got some more injury issues. But if Joey's healthy, he's an equally good player, and that would have been a great bookend for the Bears.
All right, number 2.
Number 2 is Penei Sewell. He's the best tackle in football, right or left, number 1 with a bullet, and he's 23 years old.
Penei Sewell, man. I want you to think about it. What is he in 7 years? Think about that. We're talking about Hall of Fame for him.
Oh, he's a Hall of Fame level player.
I mean,
He's amazing. They've got Ragnow, Taylor Decker, Penei Sewell. Like, they've got a bunch of dudes. Jonah Gray still there, too? Or is it Jonah Jackson?
Jonah Jackson.
Jonah Jackson.
I have to double check. I think they moved on.
They moved on. Okay.
and number 1, Shay.
Number 1 is Micah Parsons, edge rusher, Dallas Cowboys. He is the football version of a nuclear warhead. You put him on your defensive line, he can do it all. Like the run tackling, not great, but he can get involved in the running game, and he makes your quarterback respect your defense. If I were starting a team today and I could not draft a quarterback for whatever reason, Micah Parsons would be my first pick. He's incredible. Did you see him fight a sumo wrestler?
I did not see that.
He went to Tokyo with CJ Stroud. They're doing this podcast thing.
And they both threw out the first pitch at a Yomiuri Giants game.
Yeah, and Micah Parsons got in the ring with a sumo wrestler. And he couldn't move the sumo wrestler, obviously. That guy's a professional and like 3 times Micah Parsons' size.
Yes.
But just getting in the ring with a guy like that and not being immediately flattened tells you a little bit about Micah Parsons.
They took a picture, him, Stroud, and a bunch of sumo wrestlers.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Those guys are just monsters. But the amazing thing of the whole experience, just pull it up on social. I'll find it for you at the break. Neither one of those guys looks like they can. CJ Stroud's a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
They both looked inept throwing a baseball. Inept.
Yeah, it's not their skill set.
Crazy.
Just not. So, Justin Jefferson, Dexter Lawrence, Nick Bosa, Penei Sewell, and number 1, Micah Parsons. You have any problem with that? Non-quarterback, Micah Parsons, the best in the NFL.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. And he was the pick right after Justin Fields to the Bears.
Yep. Imagine Micah Parsons in a Bears uniform.
Oh.
Now, he would not be a boob with a C on his hat. He would not.
He would not.
Man, you would have had Micah Parsons and Khalil Mack on the same line.
He would be fine.
Whoa.
Yeah. See, that's the difference, Cap. If he was a quarterback, he would be a boob with a C on his hat.
Right.
Micah Parsons, nope. Individually, fantastic player. Difference maker. Soon to be Hall of Famer. Even in a Bears uniform. Yep. He'd be fine.
Crazy.
They wouldn't win a lot. Not off the bat.
No.
But he would stand out as a star. No question about it.
Correct.
Albert Breer with the latest on the Bears. What a great piece by Albert Breer, by the way, on SI.com. As we have our conversation with Albert, open up SI.com. We'll read along with you some of the comments made by Albert Breer on the road to Caleb Williams becoming a Bear. Kap and
It's awesome.
Hood, right here on Chicago's Home for Sports.